back with another video. If there's one thing I always love, it's how people say, I'm not gonna watch this looks stupid, and then proceed to watch it anyway. It's a tale as old as time, and now that the Superman movie is out, it continues to ring true, especially with the Snyder fans who complained that they weren't gonna see it. However, I wanted to talk about one who I've been wanting to discuss for some time, but I didn't know how to go about it, because the man is just that stupid. It'd also be fun to just look at how a Snyder fan thinks, because, you know, they don't actually like DC movies or any products. They just like edgy content that Snyder makes, despite them not talking about Rebel Moon. I wonder why. But let's look at harsh critics and this video about how the Superman movie's failing, even though at the time of this recording, it just came out.
Back with another video, June 26th, while it's closing. But overall, the overseas box office is less than 100 million. Actually, what, 95 million, which is sad, and that's bad because it only goes down from here. The domestic box office, it did 122, which is bad. It did not beat Man of Steel.
Should we tell him? I don't think we'll tell him.
Considering all the factors, Man of Steel's box office run with previews was actually like 128 or 129. So you guys, you can't win with that argument no more. And
now he uploaded this on Sunday afternoon, so this movie didn't even make its full theatrical run, and he's speculating that it hasn't made its money. Like, a fucking course it didn't. It just came out. You have to wait until it's completely done, then you can talk shit.
Crypto really took us home and all this crap. 250 million fake views crap. Y'all said this was gonna make $1 billion. You said 900 million. You said 800 million. It's not gonna reach 700 million though.
And before I'm accused of villainy for splicing his video, I had to save you the trouble because this dude just doesn't know how to structure his video. He will go on unnecessary tangents that have nothing to do with the topic of the video. It's just, like, for example, the actor salary. I'll play it right now.
And you have to ask yourself, where did the money go? Well, by this shit looking so cheap, because Cornball was only paid, what, 750,000? And you factor in taxes and all that, you probably only got like 400,000. That's how low they think of him. As a matter of fact, Nicholas Hoult is the only person that made $2 million. He was paid only $2 million. So, yeah, there's a reason why that film looks cheap, because it is cheap. But
what does this have to do with the box office failure? I don't get it. And he does it twice, so I had to splice it again. It's nonsensical. Like, write some notes down if you're gonna actually talk about a video or anything for that matter. Maybe you have notes on that fucking computer, but as far as I'm concerned, you just don't know how to structure and pace yourself, which is really funny because you talk about the movie having bad pacing, your videos don't have good pacing.
Riddle me this, where did the money go? You know, $500 million and they didn't get paid? The strong actors didn't get paid that much? Less than 400 million. I mean, 4 million. I mean, it was all 2 million. And with Rachel Ball's head and Cornball, 750, I mean, that's less. They paid the actors less than $5 million. Damn, that's not even considering taxes. I would say the real money, the majority of the money went to the press. It went to the shills on YouTube. It went to the fake Rotten Tomato scores, because a film that looked that fucking bad to get those type of Rotten Tomato scores, something doesn't add up.
You know what? Great point. How about I go check the source that you put? Oh wait, there is no source. And this is an actual tip about journalism. You have to assume no one knows what you're talking about when you're either reading or informing people in a video. Always assume your viewer doesn't know. Then you give a synopsis of what your topic is, and then you put citations and screenshots or quotes, fucking anything. But this guy doesn't do that. There is no citation or URL in the description of any of his videos. It is just the hashtags and buzzwords so that people can click on his fucking video. That's it. There's none of that. You would think for someone who has a news channel, they would actually take the time to do that. But no, it's easier to make shock clickbait bullshit than it is to actually inform people and come up with conspiracy theories with no credible citations. So take that as you will as we continue further.
I would say the money went to the Rotten Tomato scores, because you can't have a shitty film like that with all the pacing issues and all the crappy jokes and the fucked up CGI to have, you know, the scores, the critic scores, and the fresh tomato scores, as if it was Avengers Endgame or the first Avengers.
I don't even know what this argument is, because it just, what? So in order for any movie to be a certified fresh tomato, it has to be an Avengers Endgame style movie. Okay, well, what about Sinners? That movie scored high. Was it an Avengers Endgame style movie? Oh, was Transformers 1 an Avengers Endgame style movie? No, but they scored very high. So what is this fucking argument? It has nothing to do with anything.
That doesn't make sense, y'all. It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? The critic says if they like the movie or not, and same with the audience. It's not that fucking hard to understand. But then again, you're a Zack Snyder fan, so I don't expect you guys to understand anything.
But what does make sense is that James Gunn pocketed that money for him and his buddies and his wife and those shills on YouTube. That's where that money went. That makes more logical sense.
I find it funny that this argument's being used because years back in 2016, when Batman v Superman came out, you guys, when I say you, I mean the Zack Snyder fans, were complaining that Batman v Superman's score was because Disney was paying reviewers to downvote the movie, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because universally, if you ask anyone outside of that circle, people don't even remember what that movie's about, and people hate it. It's a fucking bad movie. And also, why would Disney need to pay shills to downvote Batman v Superman when they can just have a good movie like Civil War come out and it makes money? So, now that a movie's doing good, a movie that you guys absolutely don't like, don't want to like, oh, the people are being paid to review the movie in a positive manner, which I don't fucking get, and I hate this argument so much because it has no merit to stand on.
The narrative, which they can't, because harsh critics is exploiting their ass, and I'm going to exploit all of them. 3C Film, Shield Rejects, Shield Randolph, all these clowns that's blowing sunshine up your ass because they get paid to. They get paid real good. They get all types of perks. You get paid. You went to that press event and they wanted you to say something good about their film. You can't convince me that Shield Rejects had an interview with James Gunn and then James Gunn didn't want something in return. Let's just keep it real. You know, none of these shields talk about the fucking pacing issues. And like I said, if you seen the trailer, those clips, if you seen the clip, you pretty much seen the fucking movie. You pretty much seen the fucking movie. It's just my prediction that this won't even touch 600 million, because you got other movies coming out. You got Fantastic Four. You still got Jurassic World doing their thing, and then you got the Smurfs coming out. Then you got I Know What You Did Last Summer coming out. So Superman is finished. Your DCU is dead, and it's no Snyderverse, no money while it's closed.
Okay. If the DC universe and Superman flops, that's it. You're not getting anything like this for a very, very long time. The only thing you'll get is Batman, and Batman content for the foreseeable future until DC decides that any of the DC property is valuable to them. And I hate to break this to you, you knave man-child. Warner Brothers is not going to sell their property to fucking Netflix so they can molest it further. Why would they do this? Why would they spend more money giving them rights when no one wanted to go see this universe? No one involved wants to be a part of the DCEU. Zack Snyder's off doing fucking Rebel Moon 3 or something. Fucking making shitty movies, which you don't talk about, by the way. I love that you're invested in Zack Snyder, but you don't feel to mention any of his other projects. I wonder why. Gal Gadot is hated by everyone because of her support for Israel and her shitty acting. Ben Affleck doesn't want anything to do with Batman. Jason Momoa, he's Lobo. Henry Cavill, he's off doing fucking Warhammer for Amazon, if he's even still doing that. Ray Fisher, I don't fucking know what the hell he's doing. Ezra Miller, still getting chased by the cops, probably. I don't know. Ezra Miller's hated. No one wants to be involved with a dead universe, and you shouldn't be either. Being unhealthily obsessed with something can just warp you into something so ugly, and this guy is the embodiment of that. He is a hardcore Snyder cultist, and it is pathetic to see him make excuses and talk shit about just anything not related to Zack Snyder's DCEU for no reason other than it being different. You're not cool for being a contrarian. You just look like an unlikable jackass.